Safe savings accounts are paying you next to nothing. Your big bank savings account is paying you 0.1% to 0.39%. On tens and dollars, that's $1 to $39 a year. Inflation is eating 8% of your purchasing power every year. Your safe emergency fund is quietly losing hundreds of dollars every single year. Meanwhile, interest rates are high. Today's best high-yield savings accounts are paying up to 5% APY. Top CDs are paying 4% to 5.5%. You're literally leaving hundreds of dollars on the table every single year because you don't know this one simple trick. It's called a CD ladder, and it's the most powerful, low-risk strategy to turn your emergency cash from a sleeping asset into a money-making machine while keeping full access to your cash when you actually need it. If you stay until the end of this video, you'll learn exactly how a CD ladder works, how to build one step by step, and how to earn up to $500 more per year on a $10 zeros an emergency fund compared to a regular savings account. You'll never park your cash in a low-yield account again. My name is your name. And today we're going to make your cash work as hard as you do. Let me start with a story that will make you want to open a CD ladder immediately. A viewer named Linda had $15,000 sitting in her big bank savings account for years, earning 5% APY. She earned about $7.50 a year in interest. She thought her money was safe. She was right about safe, but wrong about smart. I introduced her to a simple 5-rung CD ladder. We moved $12,000 of her $15,000 into a ladder of CDs maturing every 6 months over 2.5 years. She kept $3,000 in her high-yield savings account for immediate access. In 1 year, her CD ladder earned over $500 in interest. Her savings account earned $1.50. She told me, "I can't believe I left $500 on the table every year for years just because I didn't know about CD ladders." Linda's story is not rare. The FDIC's national average savings account rate is just 0.38% 26. The best high-yield savings accounts pay up to 9% APY. The best CDs pay 4 to 5.5% for short terms and up to 5 to 6% for longer terms. But there's a catch. A CD, certificate of deposit, requires you to lock your money away for a fixed term from 3 months to 5 years. If you withdraw early, you pay a penalty. So how can you use CDs for your emergency fund? That's where a CD ladder comes in. What is a CD ladder and why it's perfect for your emergency fund? A CD ladder is a strategy where you divide your cash into multiple CDs with different maturity dates. Think of it like rungs on a ladder. One CD matures in 3 months, another in 6 months, another in 12 months, another in 18 months, and so on. As each CD matures, you can either take the cash if you need it or roll it into a new long-term CD at the top of your ladder. This gives you 2 huge advantages. First, higher yields. CD rates are typically 0.5% to 1, 5% higher than high-yield savings accounts. Second, regular access. You have a CD maturing every few months, so you're never more than a few months away from your cash. If a true emergency hits, you have your high-yield savings account buffer, 1-2 months of expenses, to cover you while you wait for the next CD to mature. The math works. In 2026, a $12 zero CD ladder with 6 equal CDs ranging from 6 to 48 months earned $996 in interest over a year, an 8.3% effective APY, while the same money in a regular savings account at 0.45% APY earned just $540. That's almost double. A $6,000 CD ladder with $1,000 in CDs maturing every 6 months over 3 years earned $217 in interest over a year, compared to just $27 in a low-yield savings account. That's a $190 difference for zero extra effort. And in 2026, CD rates are still strong, with short-term CDs paying 4 to 5, 5%, and longer-term CDs paying up to 5-6%. Step-by-step, how to build a 5% CD ladder for your emergency fund in 2026. Asterisk, here's exactly how to set up a CD ladder that earns 4-5% APY while giving you regular access to your cash. Step 1. Decide how much of your emergency fund to ladder. Asterisk, most experts recommend keeping 3 to 6 months of essential expenses in your emergency fund. If you have $15,000 in total, keep $3.00 1 to 2 months of expenses in a high-yield savings account for immediate access. Put the remaining $12,000 into your CD ladder. Step 2. Choose your ladder structure. Asterisk, a classic CD ladder uses 5 or 6 rungs. If you have $12,000, put $2,000 into each of 6 CDs with maturities of 3, 6, 9, 12, 18, and 24 months. Or use the popular 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 48-month structure for even longer-term yield. As a rule of thumb, short-term CDs under 1 year are paying around 5.5% in 2026, while longer-term CDs over 1 year can pay up to 5 to 6%. The yield curve is still reasonably attractive for longer terms in 2026. Step 3. Shop for the best CD rates. Asterisk, don't just use your local bank. Online banks like Marcus, Ally, CIT Bank, and Bread Financial often offer the highest CD rates. As of 2026, top CD rates are in the 4-5% range for terms from 6 to 60 months. Use aggregation sites like Bankrate or deposit accounts to compare. And remember, CDs from FDIC-insured banks are just as safe as savings accounts, with coverage up to $250,000 per depositor. Step 4. Open your CDs. Asterisk, you can open multiple CDs at the same bank or spread them across different banks to get the best rate for each term. Many banks offer CD ladders directly. Ally Bank has a CD ladder tool that lets you set up all your rungs in one go. Step 5. Set up your rollover strategy. Asterisk, when your 3-month CD matures, you have a grace period, usually 7-10 days, to decide what to do. You have 3 options. First, if you need the cash for an emergency, take it. Second, if you don't need it, roll it into a new 24-month CD at the top of your ladder. This keeps your ladder intact and maximizes your yield over time. Third, you could shift the ladder to longer maturities if rates are falling, or shorter maturities if you expect rates to rise. The classic method is simply to roll each maturing CD into a new longest-term CD on the ladder, for example, 24 months. Asterisk, the 2026 interest rate outlook is now the time to lock in a CD ladder. This is the most important question of 2026. The Federal Reserve cut rates 3 times in late 25, bringing the benchmark rate to a range of 3.5% to 3.75%, a 3-year low. JP Morgan now expects the Fed to hold rates steady through all of 2026, with the next move likely a rate hike in 2027. The Fed's own March 2026 dot plot projects one more 25 BP cut this year, meaning yields on savings and CDs may continue to decline slightly. The window for locking in high CD rates may be closing. If you lock in a 5% 2-year CD today, you'll earn that rate even if savings account rates fall to 3% next year. But if rates rise instead, you could be locked into a below-market rate. Given that most forecasters expect rates to hold steady or decline slightly, 2026 is a good year to build a CD ladder, especially for the medium-term rungs, 2 to 3 years. But don't go too long. 5-year CDs aren't offering enough extra yield to justify locking up emergency money in today's flat to inverted yield curve. Keep your ladder's longest rung to 2 to 3 years. The one critical rule: keep a cash buffer. Never, ever ladder your entire emergency fund. Always keep 1 to 2 months of expenses in a high-yield savings account that you can access instantly with no penalty. This is your Tier 1 emergency cash. Your CD ladder is Tier 2, money you can access in 3 to 6 months if needed. By the time you've used up your cash buffer, your next CD will be maturing. This two-tier structure is what makes the CD ladder a perfect emergency fund. You earn higher yields on the bulk of your money without sacrificing true emergency access. What a 5-rank CD ladder could earn you in 26. Let me show you the math for a $15,000 total emergency fund. Tier 1, $3,000 in a high-yield savings account at 0% and $20. Tier 2, CD ladder, $12,000 split into 5 CDs. After 1 year, the ladder earns an average APY of $4.40. Total interest, $660. If you left the entire $15,000 in a big bank savings account at 0.102% APY, $15. If you left it in a high-yield savings account at 4% AP. The CD ladder earns $60 more than the high-yield savings account and $645 more than the big bank. That's not a huge difference, but it's real money. Over 5 years, that's $300 more. And with zero additional risk. Now, let me give you the full rundown of current 2026 CD rates as of May 2026. 3-month CDs to 4.50% APY from top online banks. 6-month CDs, 10% to 50% APY. 1 year's 5.20 to 5.90% APY. 18-month T 4.5% to 4% APY. 3-year CD 3.10 for 5.5 year CDs 4%. Top high-yield savings accounts as of May 2026 are paying up to 5.2% PY from Row Money, 4.21% from Axos Bank, and 4.21% from Wealthfront, according to Fortune. That's more than 10 times the FDIC reported national average of 0.38%. CD ladder alternatives for international viewers. For our UK viewer, the CD ladder equivalent is a fixed-term savings account ladder. UK banks offer fixed-rate bonds ranging from 1 to 5 years. For example, as of early 2026, top 1-year fixed bonds are paying 4.5.0% AER. You can also use notice savings accounts, which require 30 to 90 days notice before withdrawal, offering slightly lower rates but better access. The same ladder strategy applies. Open fixed-term accounts with staggered maturities. For our Canadian viewers, the equivalent is a GIC ladder, Guaranteed Investment Certificate. GIC offer fixed rates for terms from 90 days to 10 years. As of mid-2026, top 1-year GIC rates are around 4.0 to 4.5%. The strategy is identical. Buy GICs with staggered maturities and keep a cash buffer in a high-interest savings account or a money market fund. For our Australian viewers, the equivalent is a term deposit ladder. Major Australian banks are offering term deposits of 3, 6, 9, and 12 months, with rates around 3.0 to 4.5% in mid-2026. The ladder strategy works the same way. You can also use a high-interest online savings account from neobanks like UBank or UP, which offer base around 4.0 to 5.0% with bonus conditions. Asterisk, the mistake that destroys a CD ladder. The biggest mistake people make with a CD ladder is forgetting about the grace period. When a CD matures, you have a short window, usually 7 to 10 days, to withdraw the money or reinvest it. If you do nothing, the bank will automatically renew the CD at whatever the current APY is, which might be much lower than your original rate. This is called auto-renewal, and it's how banks keep your money locked in at lower rates. Always mark your calendar with each CD's maturity date. When that date approaches, set a reminder to check current rates and decide whether to withdraw or renew. If the current rates are lower, consider shortening your ladder or moving that rung to a high-yield savings account instead. How to optimize your ladder for rising versus falling rates. Asterisk, one of the biggest advantages of a CD ladder is its flexibility. If you think interest rates are going to rise, say, If inflation heats up or the Fed hikes rates, you want shorter-term CDs so you can reinvest sooner at higher rates. If you think rates are going to fall, you want longer-term CDs to lock in today's yields. In 2026, with the Fed holding steady and inflation easing, the consensus is that rates will hold steady or decline slightly. That means locking in 2 to 3 year CDs at today's 4-5% rates is a smart move. But don't lock up all your emergency money in 5-year CDs. The extra yield over 3-year CDs is minimal, and the liquidity loss is not worth it for an emergency fund. I asked a real example, the 30-month CD ladder. Let me give you a full example. Total emergency fund, $18,000. Keep $3,000 in a high-yield savings account at 4.20% APY. Ladder the remaining $15,000 into 5 CDs of $3,000 each, with terms of 3, 6, 9, 12, and 18 months. Average APY, 4.3%. Annual interest, $45. Total interest, $645 plus $126 from saving $701 compared to a single high-yield savings account at 4%, $720. You've earned an extra $51 with no extra risk. Over 10 years, that's over $500. Not a fortune, but it's free money, and the peace of mind, priceless. A final story. How a CD ladder saved a family's vacation. I want to tell you about a couple, Tom and Sue. They had $20,000 in an emergency fund earning 0.10% at their local bank. They were planning a $5,000 vacation in 18 months. I suggested they build a CD ladder. They put $15,000 into a 5-rung ladder with maturities up to 18 months and kept $5,000 in a high-yield savings account for short-term expenses. When the vacation came, they had a CD maturing exactly when they needed the cash. They earned over $600 in interest on the ladder, which covered a good chunk of their travel expenses. Tom told me, "We thought emergency funds were just for emergencies. Now we know they can work for us too." Your action plan. Do this today. Here's what you need to do in the next 24 hours. First, check your emergency fund balance. Calculate 1 to 2 months of essential expenses. That's your cash buffer. Second, open a high-yield savings account if you don't already have one. Use a top online bank like Marcus, Ally, or SoFi. Move that cash buffer there immediately. Third, decide on your ladder structure. For $12,000, use 5-6 rungs of $2,000 each. For $15,000, use 5 rungs of $3,000 each. Choose maturities of 3, 6, 9, 12, and 18 months, or 6, 12, 18, 24, and 30 months. Fourth, shop for the best CD rates for your chosen maturities. Use Bankrate or deposit accounts. Consider spreading across banks to get the best rate for each term. Fifth, open your CDs. Most online banks let you open multiple CDs in minutes. Sixth, mark your calendar with each CD's maturity date. Add a reminder 10 days before each one to decide on rollover. Savent, comment below. I'm building my CD ladder this week. I'll reply to the first 100 comments. If this video helped you turn your emergency fund into a money-making machine, hit the like button. It helps others who are parking cash in low-yield accounts. Subscribe and turn on notifications. In the next video, I'm going to reveal the truth about life insurance, term versus whole versus universal. One is a scam, one is a must. Your emergency fund should not be an emergency for your wallet. Build a CD ladder, earn 5%, and keep full access to your cash. That's not a dream, that's a ladder. I'll see you in the next video.